our new and improved Hoofbeat studio. Speaking of new and improved, it's a new year, and that means changes in our community, changes in the weather, and changes in our school.
Yes, it does, Nicole. We've obviously had a lot of snow so far this year, and many students don't understand why we haven't had a snow day yet.
TJ Schneider and Nick Garber visited with our superintendent, Mr. Greg Wagers, to find out what exactly constitutes a snow day.
We asked Superintendent Greg Wagers what exactly makes a snow day.
What really makes for dangerous conditions is the wind and road closures and so forth. So whenever we make a decision not to hold school, it's always based on, is it safe or is it not safe for students and staff to be out on the roads.
Although we all wish for snow days every time it snows, they can have consequences if we have too many in one year.
If we have excessive school closures, say we had 3, 4, 5 days where we had to close, we might have to make those days up.
Mr. Wagers explained that calling a snow day not only affects the students but also affects the community.
So whenever we close schools, there are a lot of families that are put in the position of having to find childcare on a short notice. And there's not always that childcare available.
Next time there's a blizzard, let's wish for more wind rather than more snow.
Thanks, guys. Now we know when FMHS will have a snow day. Always assume there is school unless you hear otherwise.
And now to our sports update. The Mustang wrestling team had its ups and downs this season, but they plan on finishing strong with state rapidly approaching. Trent Westover reports.
How do you feel about the season as a whole so far?
I feel it's gone pretty good. We've faltered at times, but we've gotten better every time that we've had to pick ourselves up from setback.
All right. What are some of your goals for the season, and how do you plan on going about reaching these goals?
Well, first, you got to do good during the season. The regular season is basically the preseason for the regionals, and that's where we qualify for state and do well at regionals and go to state. And my goal is to win it because it's my last year, and there basically is no other goal.
Definitely. How has things on the team changed throughout your 4 years on the wrestling squad?
Well, as a freshman, I started out and we had a really big team. I think we had like 25 people. And it has gotten a little smaller throughout the years, but I feel like we've also progressed and we've also gotten better at being a smaller team and adapting to maybe a different style of wrestling than we have from my freshman year.
All right. What about wrestling keeps you committed to the team, and what are some of the things you guys do as teammates to help one another progress?
We just work hard every single day. The coaches push us to where we have no other choice but to get good, and they always find ways to keep it interesting to where we don't get bored with it, and we just know that we have to make each other better. We're not going to progress any other way, so we have to work hard.
Good luck to all of our Mustang wrestlers during the rest of their season, and keep up the hard work.
Junior Brandon Hoffman says that he likes the way the season's going and they have a strong team. It's just getting the right mindset. The Fort Morgan High School wrestling team has had its ups and downs, but when they wrestle to their full potential, they're unstoppable. The team has 6 ranked wrestlers that include sophomores Ian Wingstrom, Jacob Gherkin, juniors Caleb Sills, Derek Gray, Brandon Hoffman, and senior Zach Carpenter. With this stacked lineup, the team expects many to qualify for state and maybe even a high placing for the team. Parents' Night is on Thursday, January 20th.
The debate over the length of the lunch periods has continued to bring many legitimate discussions. Kaylee and Raquel are here to cover this specific issue.
After handing out hundreds of surveys to not only students but teachers, over 90% of the student body and teachers said they felt that they did not have enough time at lunch.
It affects students' health in many ways. First of all, eating fast is terrible for your digestion. We don't have enough time to go to home to eat, which is more healthy than fast food.
Are there any other ways that this is dangerous?
The driving is a big problem. A lot of students break traffic laws such as speeding.
Do you think there are any positive aspects about the present length of lunch?
We have more instructional time. 2 minutes isn't that much, but over the year I guess it's a lot.
What did you find when researching about the length of lunch?
We found that our lunch is only 30 minutes, and we found that other schools have much longer lunches than us.
Some would have hour-long lunches, some 50 minutes, some 45, and just a few that had the same length of lunch as we did.
How do you think it could be resolved?
We resolved it by taking 2 minutes off each class period and putting that onto lunch. The bad thing is that I don't know if seniors would have enough time.
We've caught up with some students after their lunch and asked them how they felt.
Do you feel like there wasn't enough time?
Well, actually, I did kind of get rushed. Now I'm going to have to do something against the rules, like eat in the class.
Did you speed or anything like that? Be honest.
No. If you had more time at lunch, would you make healthier choices?
Yes.
Just try to get back here on time. With the new tardy policy, 30-minute detentions, it's really just tough, it's hard. Lunch should be at least 10 minutes longer.
Students aren't the only ones who have something to say about the length of lunch.
We're debating whether to extend it a little bit longer. Basically, for us, staff, I would like to see it at least 5-10 more minutes at the most. Maybe some of the students that go outside for Burger King, that kind of stuff, they might benefit from an additional 5 minutes. So I think we do. We need to explore that option.
Do you see the length of lunch being positive now?
I think it becomes more of a tardy issue, trying to get to class on time, bringing food into the classroom.
Do you think this could affect a student's health?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, as long as you're eating something healthy, no, I don't see an issue in there.
Your opinion and voice can be the next changing factor concerning any issue that arises within Fort Morgan High School.
Join the fun at the Body Firm Fitness Center. With 750 members and growing, come join many of your friends and peers and get in shape. Our friendly and exciting environment will will you to eagerly come back and also inspire you to get fit. Our high-class instructors combined with new LCD TVs, new cardio equipment, over 30 specific machines, an aerobics room, tanning, locker rooms, and mini classes such as CrossFit and yoga to give you the experience of a lifetime. Mention the SAD anytime during second semester and receive a $25 a month, over a 50% discount. Come down 721 East Platte Avenue and change your body as well as your life.
As you all may know, hearing and ignoring the fire alarms at FMHS isn't an uncommon thing. On a day like January 11th, the temperature was fluctuating from 0 to 18 degrees, when the students were all evacuated because the fire alarm was set off. Whether it's a real fire or not, always take proper precautions. Dealing with less and less funding each year, the Morgan County Ambulance Service is struggling now more than ever.
The Morgan County Ambulance Service is in serious financial trouble. With funds supporting the service going down daily, it's only a matter of time before Morgan County has no ambulance service unless they receive serious help, and soon.
Our biggest problem is this funding because Morgan County ambulances were not funded by any taxpayer money. It's all user fees. So over the past several years we've had two problems. We've had a decrease in call volume and then we've had an increase in costs, and then I guess actually three things. And our rate of collections is, although it's not really dropped, it's not very good. It's like 44%, which is national average. That's actually pretty good for ambulance services. So those three things combined may have just caused our revenues to be less than our expenditures.
Yeah, so when the increases for cost goes up and your income isn't getting any more, it causes a problem.
Right.
With the Morgan County Commissioners understandably not wanting to add taxes to help the ambulance services, they have resorted to other means of funding, according to Joe King.
We've started a membership subscription program where people can purchase a membership, and depending on what membership you buy, it's anywhere from $35 to $60 to cover yourself and your family. And what it does is we bill the insurance company, and then any deductibles, co-pays are waived. So basically, you don't pay anything out of pocket. Right now, we're at about 500 members.
In Morgan County or Fort Morgan?
In Morgan County.
In Morgan County.
In Morgan County. We figure if we could get 1,000 to 2,000 memberships, that would make the difference in our funding, and we wouldn't have to go the tax route.
With all the advancements Morgan County Ambulance Service has made, there really is no way that they could go back to a volunteer service.
The difference that we've made in the past 10 years has been tremendous. You know, like I mentioned, our response times, we've reduced them from over 9 minutes to a minute and a half. We had, this last year, we had 32 cardiac arrests, and we had 6 of those people walk out of the hospital. So we had 6 cardiac arrest saves, and every one of those was because of our response times and our trained personnel.
Even with all the financial trouble, the men and women of the Morgan County Ambulance Service have high hopes that things will get better.
If the Morgan County Ambulance Service doesn't receive help soon, we may be without it.
Hello?
Hey, where are you at?
Home. Why?
I thought we had a dinner date.
Uh-oh.
We'll talk about this at home. Aww.
Last year, Gina Dennis and Tracy Schaefer created an FBLA project called Milk and Cookies. This year, it expanded to all the elementary schools. There are a lot more people and clubs involved. It happens on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and if you want more information, talk to Miss Bauman in room 145.
So many individuals roam the halls at FMHS and continue to be unnoticed and undocumented.
I'm Gabrielle Stroh. I'm a junior at the high school. I like everything except for the music that screams at me.
Favorite kind of donut?
Little circle ones, the little glazed ones. Those are the kind I like.
How's your love life?
It's exactly where it should be. There's nobody serious. For a dirty mouth, clean it up with Orbit Mints. For a dirty mouth, clean it up with Orbit Mint Pack. Orbit, for a good clean feeling, no matter what.
How do you feel about Sam and Ronnie's relationship?
They're stupid. Ronnie's gonna want his bro time.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin
Man. Of course
Man.
I know the Muffin Man who lives on Gingerbread Lane. Mustang is somebody who takes pride in their school.
Cabri adds color to all of our lives. Thank you, Cabri, for allowing us to experience some of your vibrant hues. Our very own Spanish classes have been hard at work these last few weeks. Here's TJ Schneider with more on the story.
Our very own Spanish 3 classes traveled to Green Acres this past Thursday. They wanted to share their handmade Spanish books and make new friends with some of the kids in the Green Acres ELL class.
Do you like it when older kids read to you? Like, is it fun? Yeah. Will you tell us your name again? Hamzy. And you're really good at basketball, yeah? Like LeBron James? Awesome.
Bien trabajo. Keep up the good work.
Bien trabajo. Keep up the good work. Well, guys, that's all for today's show.
We thank you for joining us.
This is Nicole Miller
And Keely Brown, signing off.
Haven't seen enough of our show? Visit us at hoofbeat.lifeo.com.